Are you on keto, but you're losing too much weight and that's becoming a problem? Well, this video is for you. First, let's talk about the difference between fasting and starving. There's a point where you go from fasting to starving, and that point has to do with not having any more fat reserves to tap into. Okay, so if you're very, very thin, well, then potentially the body's going to start using the muscle as its fuel. So you start getting a breakdown of muscle protein. So you might notice that your muscles are shrinking and they're very, very weak. But typically when you're starving, you have a lot of other symptoms too. You're not feeling energetic, you're weak, it's affecting your mood, all sorts of issues. But if you want to stop losing weight, yes, you do want to keep your fats a little bit higher. You can take MCT oil. But here's the thing, it's the carbs. You want to keep your carbs at the maximum level, right around 50 grams. Because normally it's between 20 and 50 grams. So keep it on the high side because it's the carbs that control the weight. So if you have a little bit higher carbs, then you'll stop losing weight. Now, the other thing that you can do to help definitely maintain your muscle mass is to keep the volume of exercise very, very high, as well as recover from it. Don't overtrain. But we want to keep a very robust workout, okay, regular exercise to keep the muscle stimulated so they can continue to grow. It's also important, especially if you are fasting. Let's say you're doing one meal a day because you're seeing all these great benefits, but you're getting to the point where you're getting too thin, is to make sure you're taking a lot of nutrients, electrolytes, B vitamins, but also take some amino acids. I put a link down below for more information on that because there's a certain blend that you could take that will ensure that you don't lose any of your muscle. So that's one of the problems with fasting is you don't want to lose muscle. So this will prevent that. Plus, you want to be taking certain nutrients, but then you may need to add another meal if you're getting too thin, where you add 2 meals, okay? For example, myself, if I go to 1 meal, which I actually love to do that because I'm rarely hungry, is I have to take 2 meals or I get too thin. So I weigh about 183. So if I basically do 1 meal, I'll drop down to like 177, unless I have a massive meal, which is really hard to consume. So I just do 2 meals. So you just want to adjust the meals. You don't want to snack in between. Increase the calories. Make sure you have enough fat, not too much where it's affecting your gallbladder and your liver, but keep your carbs slightly higher, keep the volume of exercise a little bit higher. This violates that principle I told you about in other videos where you never want to eat unless you're hungry, except in this situation where you just need to keep your calories up or you're just going to be too thin. All right, thanks for watching.
We are excited to bring you the 2020 Virtual Healthy Keto Summit this August 29th and 30th. This event will be completely online, broadcasted to you remotely, so you can attend the event from the privacy of your own home. Get ready to take your knowledge of keto and fasting to a whole new level. Learn from top experts. You'll also be able to ask the speakers questions from our Q&A panel on Saturday and Sunday. Here's a short summary of the speakers and topics this year. Author and YouTube educator Dr. Berg will be presenting some fascinating information on nutritional deficiencies when doing both keto and intermittent fasting. Dr. Jeff Gerber is also coming. He is a board-certified family physician and known as Denver's Diet Doctor. He will be teaching you about the anti-aging effects of the ketogenic diet and much more. Dr. Gerber also puts on one of the largest low-carb keto conventions each year in Denver, Colorado. Author, researcher Dr. Eric Westman will be speaking. He is the director of Duke Lifestyle Medicine Clinic and brings incredible practical keto knowledge from working one-on-one with tens of thousands of clients. Professor Stephen Cunnane of the University of Sherbrooke in Montreal, Canada, will present a live broadcast presentation from Canada, sharing cutting-edge information on the effects of ketones on the aging brain and how to use ketones to benefit cognitive function. Cynthia Thurlow, two-time TEDx speaker and nurse practitioner, will present the life-changing strategies on intermittent fasting that will blow through any barriers you may run into. We have invited Dr. Ali Alawati, an internal medicine specialist practicing in Oman in the Middle East. He will share his low-carb ketogenic strategies on the endocrine system and tell how he uses this diet in clinical practice. Ivor Cummins, author and biomechanical engineer, will bring his knowledge of the effects of the ketogenic diet on the cardiovascular system, explaining it in simple terms and presenting the latest research in coronary artery calcification testing. Dr. Nadir Ali is an interventional cardiologist who will be sharing cutting-edge information on cholesterol, LDL, and the ketogenic diet. This is a must for anyone who starts the ketogenic diet. Stephanie Person will be there. She is a keto coach, a social media influencer, and a consultant who has introduced the ketogenic diet to thousands of people around the world. She will share her most popular practical tips to take your results to the next level. Then we have Sim Land. He's an author, researcher, and biohacker from Estonia. As an expert in intermittent fasting and exercise, he will share some amazing research on longevity and body composition from his latest book, Metabolic Autophagy. And last but not least, due to popular demand, we are bringing back Nicholas Sikanos from Greece. His amazing story will blow you away. He will discuss his secrets he used to become the first keto intermittent fasting Ironman athlete in Europe and tell how he transformed his body. Get ready to be a part of this amazing virtual event.